In this lesson we'll take a look at how we sort data in a worksheet. There's a number of different ways of sorting data, and it'll depend on whether the data itself is numerical or alphabetical. So in numerical data we can sort by ascending order or descending order. Ascending order places the lower numbers at the top, progressing down to the higher numbers. And descending is the reverse. It will place the higher numbers at the top, descending down to the lower numbers. If the data you're sorting is alphabetical, again we can have ascending or descending order, and this will be from A to Z for ascending or Z to A for descending. So let's have a look and see how we put this in practice. I've opened up the movies worksheet from my data files, and I've got a list of movies. This list shows the movie title, the studio that produced it, the worldwide gross, and the year that the film was released. When you use the sort tool, Excel will automatically identify the area containing your data, as long as you place your cursor somewhere within the list. I've clicked on cell B9 here to make sure that my cursor is within the list of data that I want to work with. I'm going to switch to the Data tab in the ribbon, and up in the Sort and Filter group I've got my Sort tool here. If I click on that one, you'll notice that Excel has highlighted the entire data area, excluding the titles at the top. But it uses these titles to give us a list of sort by criteria. So here you can see position, film title, studio, worldwide gross and year, which is where in our data set the titles appear at the top. So in this case I'm going to sort the films in ascending alphabetical order of their title. So I'll click on film title, we're sorting the values, and it's going to be an ascending, so A to Z sort. And if I say OK at this point, now you can see that the titles have been sorted in alphabetical order. Let's perform another sort, and let's sort this time on a number. So again, my cursor's within the data area. I'll bring up the sort dialog box, and the last sort that I used remains in the dialog box. So I'll just change that. I'll click on the Sort By button and select Year. And this time, because we're sorting numbers, we have a different value for the order of sort. We've got smallest to largest. Well, I want it the other way around. I want the more recent films at the top. So I will want to change this to largest to smallest. And once I've done that, I'll click OK, and you'll see now that the list of films have been sorted by the year that they were released, from the most recent films going down to the older films at the bottom. We'll do one more sort. This time we'll sort on the studio. So again, my cursor's somewhere within the data. I'll click the Sort button and the Sort dialog box will appear. This time I'll select Studio. We're sorting on values, and again this time we'll revert back to the A to Z. And when I choose OK, you can see now that all the studios have been sorted in alphabetical order. So it's grouped all the 20th Century Fox studios and all the Columbia Picture studios. And if I scroll down, right at the bottom here, we've got the Warner Brothers. So it's grouped these films by the studio. Let's take this a stage further. We'll keep this sort, but this time we'll ensure that the year is sorted within the studio. So again, my cursor's within the data set. I'll click the Sort button, and my first sort is on the studio, so that sorts the studio names and puts them into groups. I'm going to add a level, which will give me a second row of criteria that I can enter to sort on a second field. So I'll click the down button, and again we'll select year, and it's currently set to smallest to largest, and that will place the earlier films at the top and the later films at the bottom of that sorted list. And if I say OK at this point, you'll see the information is all sorted. So if we take this set of 20th Century Fox movies and have a look at how the year is sorted, so we have the earlier films progressing down to the later films. So we've first sorted this list by studio, and then within that group of data we've sorted by the year that the film was released. So that's a basic introduction on how we sort information within our worksheets.